Kevin McDowell's work is inspired by the Afro-Latino and African American art movements, but amongst the blown-up digital printouts achieved through the kids' paintings applications and his own paintings and drawings, the Brooklyn native also works on the animation for a science fiction film. McDowell's work is immersed in a fusion of cubism, which is the use of geometric shapes in art most commonly used by Spanish painter Pablo Picasso. He also uses the history and reality of Afro-Latinos and African Americans in his work. Julie Meretu is a contemporary Ethiopian-born American artist known for her large-scale abstract paintings. Blending elements of abstract expressionism with pop art, her work bears the influence of important 20th century painters, including Wassily Kandinsky, Kazimir Malevich, and Piet Mondrian. Working as both painter and printmaker, Meretu layers a mixture of pigment, graphite, and ink into heavily intersected lines of color, topographical elements, and geometric renderings. The earlier, more analytic impulse was to use very rational but kind of absurd techniques or tendencies, mapping, charting, and architecture, to try and make sense of who I was in my time and space and political environment, she explained of her work. Born in Aberdeen, Scotland, Stephen Hall moved to New York in 1978 and began exhibiting his work in the East Village in the early 80s. Since then, his work has been featured in exhibits throughout the US, India, Japan, Korea, and Mexico. The surrealist paintings by New York-based artist Stephen Hall are a bright celebration of cultures, mixing pop culture with stereotypical images and symbols of various countries from around the globe. Hall uses a style of art called neopop surrealism. Hall assures that his art was created without the help of technology or any other kind of sophisticated art technique. I am interested in showing the relationships we all have, whether in time or place. I also try to show the pattern in chaos and perhaps the overload of information that we are bombarded with in our modern times. Stephen Hall. Urt Monterona is a Filipino-Canadian visual artist living in West Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. Monterona is actively involved as an educator, cultural worker, and active artist working in a wide variety of practices, including design, illustration, painting, murals, sculptures, and installations. He believes that mural art has an effective and vital role in education and information, drive aside from its power and magic in adding beauty to our public spaces. Art is a potent force to inform, educate, interact, negotiate, communicate with people from diverse racial, ethnic, and social classes in order to create a healthy multicultural society. Art communicates universal elements of human experience and therefore can foster cross-cultural dialogue and can be a tool for encouraging respect among people of global diversity. Yinka Shonibare was born on February 10, 1962 in London, United Kingdom. He grew up in Lagos, Nigeria, but returned to England throughout his childhood. He is a British-Nigerian contemporary artist known for his sculptural installations that explore issues of post-colonialism. Utilizing Dutch wax-printed fabrics in his work, Shonibare produces dresses, grounds for paintings, and elaborate sculptures. For the artist, the material signifies issues of commerce, race, and politics as it was produced by Europeans to be sold in Indonesia as a native style and subsequently become popular in West African countries. My work addresses the idea of having this fusion or hybrid cultural identity and what that produces, he explained. People always want to categorize things. I'm much more interested in this idea of a hybrid. Linny Z, born and brought up in the wilds of the Scottish borders into a creative family with strong African links, which instilled the love of different cultures and fascination with people. Linny studied illustration at Kingston and now lives and works in East London, and has exhibited in solo and group exhibitions in the UK, Europe, and USA. Linny's style is a distinctive one, where a bold, bright color palette is used to great effect in the playful, charismatic characters she creates. I've always enjoyed working spontaneously because I wanted my work to carry an energetic, lively quality. I enjoy the whole process of watching an illustration unfold on the paper, which is why I prefer not to pre-plan it. Okay, this has been my project done. Thank you, teacher. I'll visit Nizar for a second and see how he's been doing.
Wait, teacher, don't leave! Wasn't Rami doing the project?
Yeah, he just finished.
Oh, hi, Yusuf.
By the way, he said he was going to visit you.
Oh, come on, man. What are the chances? Wow, his project seems quite cool. I definitely think he deserves a good grade. Okay then. Hasta luego, señora!